Perhaps it will brighten the dark moments a little to think how you have meant to someone more than anything ever has or ever will. What you have striven for will not end in nothing. All that you have done and been will not be wasted, for it will be a part of me as long as I live, and I shall remember, always.
The charity itself and the role that it plays is to bring women together through music, and particularly in the military community where serving partners do spend time away from home, and sometimes you find yourselves in isolated locations. It is really important, I think, that community is fostered and engendered so that the women, more often than not, that are left behind have a community and are not sat in their own homes.
I love it because it's a group of like-minded people and we're all there to support each other. So when our husbands are away and everything goes wrong, there's always somebody there to pick you up and help you out.
Just feel like we touch anyone, especially all the military family. So this our souls, just touch it with them with love and powerful.
Often on extended exercises and operations that you often feel at your most vulnerable, and what the Military Wives Choirs do is gives you a ready set of amazing friends on arrival at your new posting, regardless of rank or regiment. And because we all share a core repertoire, it means you can burst into song at your first rehearsal.
What do I get from the Military Wives Choirs network? Singing, cake, lots of laughter, lots of support when I need it, and lifelong friendships.
I think the events that you get to do are just absolutely fantastic. You get to meet people that you've never met before, and yet you feel like you've known them forever. I met Felicity this morning, and I feel like I've known her for years. So it's absolutely great just to be able to come together and share that, share something you've all got in common.
It is wives, it's mothers, and it's people that serve. So from my point of view, it's been a wonderful experience to be in the Military Wives Choir. And to compare with somebody from 1918, I think, what would a 16-year-old have been thinking and feeling? And my grandmother would have been 16 at the time.
The marking of this anniversary for 100 years since the end of the First World War, for me, is hugely important to commemorate. My name is Sally Williams, and I look after the Welfare and Volunteer Services team here at SAFA. SAFA and the Military Wives Choirs, as the bigger SAFA family, have a huge part to play in looking after our families, our female serving personnel, because they promote this community spirit and looking after one another in times of need. They relieve that need. So it's really, really important that the Military Wives Choirs continue to do that. So many people died, lost their lives, so many people were affected back then. And if we look forward to 100 years since then, there's been many other conflicts around the world involving our armed forces personnel, and many people have been injured, many people have been killed in operations. So it's very, very important to remember those people, remember the families of those people.
Back in the days when it was all about maths, arithmetic, music, and those were seen as the most important things to study, and gradually over the years we've somehow lost the importance of music in the centre of our communities.
The music for the album represents a whole range of genres and styles. It's not only sad music to remember people, but it's the happy songs, the songs that they sang on the front line. There's specially written songs for this album, using the poems Flanders Fields, the words We Will Remember Them, a whole range of genres that are covered really for everyone's tastes.
We Will Remember Them, the song that we wrote for this album, is from the perspective of a woman who's watching a loved one going off to war and how she copes with that, how she deals with that. And it's a celebration of the strength that those women get from singing together in a choir. I hope it encourages them to stop and think about the wars from the woman's perspective. That's what I hope, because I think that's what touched me most. We so often hear about what it's like at the front line, but I think it's terribly hard to be also related to somebody at the front line and to be the person at home. And so I hope that it will touch people in that way. And I also hope that it will express something of the power of singing to help in situations like that, because that's something that I passionately believe in, that singing together can really change lives in a great way.
And I think coming along to a choir, when you're on a camp, sometimes you can feel really isolated. You get there, you don't know anybody, and all of a sudden you've got an instant group of friends, and it just makes you feel part of something. And from then on, you feel happy. You've got a good friend.